that you could be such a studying force? I know you had a lot of experience, but you were coming to a team full of talent, and right now you're the one consistent scorer, the one that's always been there.
I definitely believed in myself, and I believed that I could still have, an important role here, but, that quick or that much of a role, I did not expect to happen that fast, I think. But I'm definitely happy with the situation I'm in right now, and but for sure that everything happened really fast, and at first I was asking myself, is this really happening? And but it's been great.
How does having AZ back change your role and change what the team can do?
First it's great to have her back. I think we all were waiting for that. I don't think it's necessarily changing my role, but I think it gives us just way more options, just shooting wise. I think defensively for other teams, having to guard more shooters, it becomes, I think, just more difficult for them. And that she's really a threat out there, and just having another shooter like that on the court is gonna be really beneficial for us.
What did you learn from Tina these past couple practices?
I would say, I'm not a post player, but very physical. That she has a lot of experience, and also her voice, she's not scared of saying something even to a practice player or but I think it's really cool for us to having a vet like that that's been here and has been in the league for many years, and just learn from her. I think the posts are learning right now with her, but I think it's cool to have alumni from here that come back and are with the team. I think it's very important to maintain that bond and that family within UConn.
She was good on the practice players?
No, and she was just I think I forgot who, but when they were on defense, she said something, but not in a bad way, but it's almost like she was, part of the team. So it was funny.
Lou, can you tell if it's been uplifting for Gino to be back around the players again?
Yes, I'm sure, he, enjoys being around us. And I think it wasn't easy for him, in those past few weeks. So I think that having, being around us, I think it's always a good thing for him and also for us. I think just having him back and seeing him smile and, saying his jokes and all of that, just the normal coach that we know, feels good to see him back.
You can mention that it was kind of like a sense of relief having him back, having AZ back. Can you guys kind of just feel that shift, having them both back?
Yes, we finally see that we're going uphill instead of downhill right now, and we're hoping that it stays that way, and we're having Caroline and Ayana back soon. And step by step, the team is coming back together, and I think it's right now the most important time of the year that's coming, so it's going the right way.
What was it like seeing him come on the bus when you guys were getting ready to go to St. John's?
It was good. It was kind of unexpected. I personally didn't know. We were, I think, all kind of unaware of if he was coming or anything like that. So, definitely happy, but was not just expecting him to get in the bus. But it was great news for us.
How did it feel not just to have him back on the bus, but then after the game you have AZ back, AZ's playing well, you guys got a good win, he was back on the sidelines just after such a relief, I'm sure, of that game going
Yeah,
well.
definitely. It just feels, more normal, having more players and just the whole staff. I think that's how things are supposed to be. So the more we are, the merrier, I would say. So hopefully it stays like that.
Did you guys go out to dinner with Gino on Tuesday? Did you celebrate him being back with the team?
Yeah, no, we were all together, so we told him that we were happy to have him back, and that it's great for him, and we're just excited to keep the season with him.
Can you talk about the two different styles that CD and Gino have, how different it is, and then now that they're back together again?
Yeah, I think they've been coaching together for a long time, that they have similarities, and CD knows what she's doing and all that, but I think that there is sometimes more seriousness with coach, and and during practice. But I think that CD takes the role of a head coach proudly sometimes too when she's the head coach, and you can see that she's also happy to to talk to us more and have more responsibilities. So it's just different, but we all, I think, enjoy it, whether it's him or her, and even if she's not the head coach, she still has a great role in the coaching staff and helps us a lot.
She said after the game she was happy to get rid of the whistle.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm sure it's I think she's also happy maybe not to have to do media that much and things like that. But yeah, it's been fun though.
Was there a moment in the game or during practice where it's like, oh, coach is back, it just kind of stood out?
Well, yeah, I mean, there's moments, either if he screamed at someone or but just hearing his voice, and he's really someone that talks a lot, and whether it's on the court or off the court, just talking to you a lot and trying from us to learn a lot from him, and that you can tell that he's back just in that way of explaining things in practice and trying to get the right thing every time.
He's back to himself, like his old self, pretty
yeah,
much.
I think he's getting there. It definitely takes some time, but there's no rush with that, and we're just seeing how it goes.
He's still bossy and everything, so.
Yeah, that doesn't change.
Coming from a place where a lot of plays were run for you, how have you adapted to, and how do you like the read and react nature of this offense, where you're doing more reading of the defense than you are just running a play?
Yeah, no, I love it. I think it's something that I've been trying to adapt to as much as possible, and I think I've been doing a good job at that, even though I still want to be just more not having to overthink in the offense sometimes, but it's definitely something different that I've been enjoying a lot, just sharing the ball a lot with my teammates and running and all that. I think it's been different for me, but it's definitely enjoyable and something that it's gonna be more in the professional world. So it's definitely something that prepared me and the others for after.
Did you always want to go somewhere for your fifth year, or did this were you looking at other places too, or did this just present itself? Or
when I knew that there was gonna be a fifth year, I had no idea what I was gonna do. It was gonna be like, I think I was a junior still, so I was not thinking too much. But I love Fairfield. I'm really good there. Like I don't see myself necessarily leaving.
Yeah.
But then with things that happened, our head coach that was gonna leave, and then we won our conference and all that. It gave me more reason for me to leave in a good way, because I had all the good things in Fairfield, and I think the chance presented itself here and other schools here. But I think that when UConn reached out for me, I've always said that it became more a priority, and here I am, and very grateful for it.
Like your whole life kind of changed, right? Like you could.
Yeah, definitely.
You could get drafted.
It's those things that I think the best things happen when you expect it the least. I always say that, and that's another thing. A lot of things happened to me, in the past years. Even getting to a D1 level of that when I wasn't expecting it. So all those things are always turned into good things, and I hope it keeps being that way. But definitely, was not expecting all that, but I'm taking it all in and just
Like
really not taking anything for granted.
all the people you met on the team that you wouldn't have met.
Yeah, for sure. It's more people that I get to know more from other countries too. I think it's awesome to just have more people that around the world and in the basket world. So it's definitely been a great year for me coming here.
Is that still surreal, kind of just being in practice and you're with, a star like Gian Charles, like kind of letting it sink in that you're, playing at this program at this level?
Yeah, I think that those things, sometimes I'm gonna look back at them later, and I think that's when also I'm gonna, realize and be like, wow, like it actually happened. I think right now, when it happened, you don't really have time to necessarily think about it too much, because you're also practicing, getting ready for a game. But it's those little things that, once I leave, I'm gonna look back at it and be like, wow, like all those things happened to me in 1 year, and it's definitely, you know, a lot of people wish to have that. So definitely grateful.
Is it more pressure to play here? But you're older, so you're just playing basketball like the way you always play it, or?
Yeah, I try not to put pressure on myself. You know, there's always a little bit of pressure, but I think pressure is not a bad thing always for a basketball player. I think it creates more discipline, and I think for me, I've been trying not to put too much pressure on myself, and I just going with the flow and seeing how things happen, and it's been working pretty well right now.
Have you thought about what you're going to be doing after you're done here, college-wise? Like what you want professionally, or?
I want to play professionally, you know, try my best to play here in the WNBA and also overseas, but I think it's things that gonna happen really last minute. It's hard to, you know, really have a perfect idea of it, so we'll just see in a few months what happens.
Do you guys plan to go to the men's game before your game on Sunday?
We haven't really talked about it, but whether we go or not, we'll for sure be watching.